and hugs.
PPMD, for those of you who don't know, he's like one of the 5 gods of Melee. It's almost like 6 now.
Yeah.
And he's an interesting player because he's gone kind of dark.
Right. So PP's history is as such, right? He kind of skyrocketed brilliance like a couple years ago, and like really quickly attained the title of, well, maybe best in the world.
Yeah.
And then kind of dropped off the map. The last tournament we've actually seen him in before this was Apex 2015 in January, and then Cold, nothing until now. And he won that tournament. So he's a favorite to take this, but because we haven't seen him in so long, we don't know how he's going to perform.
Here we are.
So starting off, yo, Plup with the grab. This is a Sheik versus Marth. This is traditionally thought of as a pretty decent matchup for Sheik, maybe slight advantage. But PP is the one Marth kind of shows us that, yo, maybe Marth can do this. And he starts off with a really strong Ken combo.
The rule in this matchup is whoever is above the opponent is in a bad position. You're going to see both PPMD and Plup trying to throw them above and keep them up there.
Plup with some good ground movement.
PPMD playing as Marth, Plup as Sheik. Plup is a Samus player for a really long time. Recently switched to Sheik, and his tournament performance has gone way up.
I feel like he was placing 9th at majors like with Samus over and over and over, and it was just like slightly holding him back. And he was incredible, but as soon as he switched to Sheik earlier this year, he has just been playing out of his mind. So he beat Mango to make it into top 8 in winners. But he's got to take this stock right now.
Yeah.
So right there, you see him go to the top platform trying to hunt PP coming down, but PP is picking really smart choices to get back to the ground safely. And kind of the rule, too, in this matchup is that when one of the characters is off stage, it's often pretty easy to get that edge guard. Sheik has a lot of tools with her needles, so here we're going to see Plup use his needles and his back air or nair, or just climb up and edge hog him.
That was great DI from PP off that initial up air. That's really surprised he didn't die off the top.
Ooh! And that is a classic tech chase situation. When you hit the ground in Melee, in any Smash game, you can tech in a direction or in place. And that's where a mix-up kind of begins, because if you know where they're going to go, or if you can react to them, you can hit them, and they're vulnerable before they can actually throw anything out. So PP reads that and hits him with a really powerful forward smash.
Oh, bad situation for Plup.
Oh my god, PP's zoning him out right now so hard.
And only gets one down throw off of that grab. Grab from Sheik is like a huge opening.
Yeah.
Getting one down throw there, that hurts. Wow, and he double jumped into the timber. That's a stock. PPMD up 3 stocks to 1.
Yo, PPMD really looking like the Marth we know and love from Apex.
Dude, he is looking way cleaner than he did yesterday. One of the things I was worried about for PPMD is I think he's a very mental player. If he's feeling not confident, he plays pretty badly.
Yes.
And so him having a positive attitude and like having a solid mental game at this EVO is going to be really important if he has any chance of actually winning.
I totally agree with that.
Really good to see him playing comfortably. He's shown us some of his best stuff.
Oh yeah. And you know, from every angle too, like I think the community as a whole thought Sheik solidly won this 6-4 until PB came along, and PB started beating U2 King, arguably the best Sheik with Marth.
Oh, King combo!
Oh, okay, then Plup jumps out. He saved his double jump. Really important concept in Melee.
Yeah.
You don't want to be off stage without your double jump, because often it means
that's most of your recovery. That's half your recovery right there.
That's right. And if you're a character with a predictable up B, often it just means you're toast. Sheik and Marth both have kind of predictable up Bs.
Yeah.
And once you take their double jump off stage, you can really put on the hurt. So.
Plup rolling, but he gets the grab. See what he can do with it.
Okay, one chain grab. You can only, Sheik can chain grab Marth for a little bit, but only at really low percents. So comboing in Melee, right, your opponent will go further the higher their percent is. So that Sheik on Marth chain grab where you grab them and throw them down and grab them again, that doesn't work for too long. Eventually, you got to start mixing in some creative combos.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great edge guard by PPMD.
That was actually a sick edge hog, because if you do that, when you're on the ledge, right, you can edge hog them by just standing up ever so slowly or rolling up. And when you do that roll up, you take longer to do the edge hog. So you get onto the stage slower, but it also means you hold the edge for longer.
Yeah.
Which meant Plup, who tried to fall to the ledge, had nothing to fall to. The ledge was still occupied by PPMD, and he got edge hog and fell to his doom. He's going back to Battlefield.
That's the salty run back. It's like, dude, I just have to play better. This stage had nothing to do with it. If I play better, I'm gonna win.
Yeah, there's definitely this like culture in Melee where I think Battlefield is considered the most neutral level. So often when you come back here after you lose, because you can pick the stage to go to when you lose, it's like saying, yo, I'm just gonna outplay you. I need to just do better.
Beautiful down air, but he misses the double dip.
Saves himself with up B though. Covers his his behind.
It didn't actually get turned around in a Plup's advantage.
Yeah.
But that was actually a little bit of style. PPMD going for a little bit of swagger. I think after that down air, he could have just like back aired or even like waited for a tipper or up tilt or something like that.
Yeah,
I think that double down air was a little bit of flash.
Speaking of a little bit of flash or maybe a flub, jab, not the strongest punish, but he gets the pickup, so it kind of works out. When Sheik lands on the stage like that, that's when she's most vulnerable, and that's how Marth wants to edgeguard her. You make her land on the stage, and she's got really long recovery frames, so you can just hit her with whatever you want.
Ooh, great great grab by PP. Uh-oh, no jump for Plup.
Ooh, scouting out that air dodge.
Oh, that was so sick. Forward smash hits ever so slightly below the edge of the stage, so... Oh, that's so bad for Plup.
Another missed Ken combo, but dude, every time he does that, he's racking on so much damage.
So much damage. I think Plup actually just playing a little bit slow, a little bit caught in his movement. Fluid movement in Melee is like, that's almost how I can tell if somebody's like playing well or not.
Yeah.
Movement has to do with your offense, your defense, your follow-ups, your like, even your reads. If you have a good read, you still need the movement to be able to capitalize on the read. So if somebody's not moving around the way that you usually see them, that's a bad sign.
That's right. Yo, and we did see that tweet from Plup in the morning.
Yeah, a little bit of context. Plup said that he had a controller malfunction, and whether he replaced some parts or if he's just kind of dealing with it, I don't know.
Right. He might be using someone else's controller. The reason that's a really big deal in Smash in particular, just to provide a little context, for most fighting games, directions are digital, which means you're either going to the side or you're not. Now in Smash, on a GameCube controller, all the directions are fully analog, which means you can angle your stick a little bit or a lot to the side, which causes you to run or walk depending on how hard you push the stick. So the sensitivity is a huge factor. Like having a calibrated control stick that you're used to, it's a thing, you know. So
yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, but a beautiful, beautiful edge guard by PPMD. Marth's up tilt hit slightly behind him, and that's like one of the strongest hitboxes on the move.
Yeah.
So
and it was the same setup, right? He made him land on the stage.
It's a classic Sheik edge guard.
Yeah. That'll do it, probably. He needs to get this edge guard, though.
Oh, did 4B cut through the needles? Oh, great tech by PP, back on stage. Plup does not get the up air.
Ooh, okay, but he hunts the landing with the forward air. That's kind of what we were talking about at the beginning. He knocked Marth up into the air above and was able to hunt his landing to scout it out.
Yep. It's a little bit of a weird grab. Uh-oh, Plup with no jump.
See, that now it's PP who has Plup above him.
Did he just power shield the first needle?
The first, yeah, straight
This is
up.
like amazing versus needle defense from PPMD. And beautiful movement. Just look at him dashing around on the ground. Oh my god.
Yo, the footsies.
Oh my god, PP, slow down.
Ooh. Yo, PP. He's got him off stage at 100. This is bad for Plup.
Oh, almost. That was actually the first like little micro thing that PPMD messed up. He just didn't get the turnaround grab.
Yeah.
But everything else has basically been like picture perfect. Okay, that was questionable.
Right, a little bit.
All right, PP.
Plup needs a fat punish off this. He misses the tech chase. That was a straight read, and he didn't get it. And this is looking really bad for Plup. Up B, doesn't get the strongest hit. That's a really powerful move, but the spacing on the hard hitbox is really hard to find, and PP closes it out. Up tilt off the top.
PPMD takes it 2-0 over Plup to advance to winners finals. Plup's going to go down to the losers bracket. I think that set was basically just like beautiful movement by PPMD. His neutral game was just a step above Plup the whole way. And his edge guards were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Kind of like the consistency was outrageous.
Dude, I think that's PP in a nutshell. Whenever I watch his Marth versus like almost any Sheik, especially like Mewtwo King's Sheik. I remember the first time I saw it at Zenith 2013, I believe it was. One of the Zenith tournaments. No, it was a Xanadu. They played it as Xanadu.
A Xanadu.
That's
it's
right.
like a local.
And right, so now some context. Mewtwo King, who is the only god of the game, not present at this tournament.
Yeah.
Known at the time as unbeatable in Sheik and Marth dittos.
Actually, yeah.
PP goes Marth against him, and we're thinking PP, who was formerly known as a solo Falco main.
This guy's gonna get wrecked.
This guy's nuts. And we're like, whatever, it's just a local, no big deal. He just wants to screw around. And PP straight takes 2